All right, we are back some month or two later, which is strange that we're all wearing the same thing.
But, we'll come back around the rotation.
But we are back for episode 33B of the Burress Law Life and Friends podcast. So, little secret: these B episodes are ones that don't have anything to do with the law firm. Therefore, they don't get uploaded to the firm website. They do get uploaded to the BL and F YouTube page.
Right.
So that's the secret there. That's why we do half episodes. That way it'll make sense to the website, to the firm people that are looking up our podcast on the website. That's what that's the long of that explanation.
So is the Eagles' greatest hit album, is that the best B-side ever?
It's possible.
It could be.
I mean,
until we do this
episode.
Yeah. Prior to this.
But this is I think we wanted to do a little bit of a all things Rook, or I don't know, State of the Nation of the Rook. I don't know. What did you have in mind?
Well, so we're sitting here today. Let me check my phone. We're on the 24th of November, so almost all the way through November. My memory was that we had a special no initiation type November. Can you talk to that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, without giving exact numbers on number of members, not that I'm pretty transparent with a few people offline like y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're up, about 9 or 10% of the total membership of this month. It went crazy as soon as we turned that special on. It was Katie Bar the Doors. There's quite a few people that we didn't extend a membership offer to. Like we got to look at them, but I think we're doing really well. I think there's some people that really want to get in that have asked to get in, but we always take a look at them first, unless they've already been in and we know them really well. We know how they how they get along and how they behave and just kind of what they do. So I think a few are still trying to get in for sure, but it's been a great month in terms of bringing on new members. So by that metric, it's been a really good month.
How would somebody, now obviously there's a process to go about becoming a new member, and that involves applying and the sort of things you're talking about there. Let's assume somebody's jumped through those hoops and they've gotten the gold star and we've put the blessing on them and they're going to be a new member at the Rook. And Kyle, maybe you speak to this as well. What do you guys think about how does somebody go about integrating themselves into the Rook? Like, how do you be a really good new member, both for the Rook and for yourself to take advantage of what the Rook has to offer? And I'm going to actually ask Kyle first, and then maybe you jump in on the tail end of that, Jason.
If you want to be a good member, spend a lot of money. No, I'm teasing. I think it's easy to get integrated. I think the room is so... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say...
Intimate?
Intimate, thank you. That even if there's not a show coming on, if you come up for drinks or dinner or whatever, you can very easily find a group of people to get to know, to get to speak with. It's a very welcoming environment. I mean, I can't think of the number of people that pop in when we're sitting on the couches or something. It's very easy to do that. To be a good member, I mean, it's kind of like being a good person. Like, don't do the things that make people upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. What do you think, Jason?
I think you start with coffee. And I think the Friday morning coffee is like where you really make the relationships. Because some mornings we've got 20 people in there, and some mornings we've got 10 or 12. And I just think you start with coffee, and you're going to develop some really good friendships if you're a people person at all. And from there, it's really simple to extend that into the more voluminous nighttime activities that we have.
And if you're a new member, if you come frequently, you're going to start to see some of the same people that are here pretty often. And it's real easy to walk up and go, "Hi, I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you."
Right.
And then it will snowball from there. But I think as adults, which we all are, having friendships, maintaining friendships is massively important because you can get caught up in the kids and work and everything else. And the Rook is a wonderful avenue to build a little community for yourself.
And it's a great date night. I mean, on most of the nights that we have, it's like, man, you bring your spouse up here and bring another couple, and man, it's a good night. Get out on that patio, enjoy, like the perfect time of year to get out on the patio. Maybe not today in particular, but as it's been raining all day. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in that sweet spot where it's not yet miserably cold, but no longer miserably hot. So
Right.
yeah, if it's not storming, it is a pretty good time. Any challenges that we've had here at the Rook relative to, I don't know, just we've been talking about new members. Maybe some challenges that a new member might need to be made aware of, or something to be mindful of.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, this is a very general statement. The newer members are not as good as the older members. I would say that's a general statement, like across the board. The older members, they get it. They get. You cannot define all the rules. You can't just say, "Here's the list of rules," and here it depends on the night. It depends on what we're offering. But the ones who've been here for a minute and they know how to read the room. And I think for the newer members, learning how to read the room is really important, because it's such an intimate space that you can hurt another person's experience by being too loud. I think that's the number one thing. And, we kind of saw that last Saturday night. It was the Songbird residency, episode number 4 of that. We kind of saw that.
Tell us a little bit more, please. What happened?
Well, the biggest thing for me is, after the show, and I'm not, Songbird, they didn't say they didn't have a good time or anything like that, but it was, they brought up, hey, we really appreciated, as always, after every song, the Rook members clapped, and that's, for an artist, that's a big deal. You and I both play. We know how big of a deal that is.
For sure.
But they commented about, hey, there's certain tables that we just thought were really loud, where it was it was almost like hard to concentrate a little bit. They were doing the Floyd Kramer instrumental, and there were certain tables, and they pointed them out, and I knew which ones they were going to point out, because I was observing, in the back. And I think, when they were talking about, this is one of the things that hurt my feelings, they were talking about the best rooms around, they named a couple of rooms, and we weren't on that list. And I would have agreed with them based on last Saturday. But I just thought there were times when, so I loved that it was a festive atmosphere. I loved that everybody had a smile on their face and was having a great time. But sometimes it's generally the newer members, they will just not realize that they're being so loud, and your voice can really carry in here. And so I always try. There's 7-8 shows that we do per year that are strict listening room environments. But then the other shows, we sort of relax that. But I think the feeling is on most of those shows, just read the room, see how others are taking it in, and generally it's okay to talk, but just talk under the music. Don't overwhelm the music.
And as someone who gets up on that stage and other stages every once in a while, I would say yes, and by all means, be as loud as you want, singing along in key. And if you're not, try to maybe keep it just a little bit down a little bit. My mom fancies herself a very good singer, and my dad realizes he's not.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like, for the ones who don't get it, like if we had the chart, like for the ozone or whatever, like you got the red, and you got the purple, and then it gets orange, and then it gets lighter orange, and then yellow when there's like that. But like Max Stalling is like red. Like you've got to be quiet for that show, because that's a listening room type of show, and you'll never get them back if you disrespect them on stage. Whereas if we had dueling pianos in, that's a total sing-along deal, and it's a real gregarious time, and it's one of those things that's totally different. That would be in the yellow. Forrest McCurran would be on the red side because it's a beautiful violin and a soft singer or Jason Eady, and then but on the other side on Bellamy Brothers we're all belting out the songs,
Right.
But I don't think ever do we want to hear about the ladies' tennis match that happened last week, right?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of, well, first, we want to be artist friendly, right? And you do that by not talking over their music. And some of them are up there, it's them and a guitar. And you're not at a Nine Inch Nails concert. You can't be yelling and screaming. I mean, you're just like you said, just look around and read the room.
And I think like Raised Right Men is like one of those nights where it's a yellow. That'd be the yellow card where, we're all honky tonking and having a good time and we're out there dancing and like to
Ellis would be a
Ellis Boulevard.
Ellis,
like,
yes.
Like that, it's just, but how you define that, and then the other part that made it tough for me was I got 4 text messages during and after the show about hey they weren't too happy with how it felt, and there's one new member that was boldly saying that he or she was going to change the culture, never respect the music, and I'm thinking you probably won't be around very long if that's what you're going to do. It's I think that's the hard thing, and my wife has kind of led the resistance movement from time to time, and she's liable to be over there talking about a design trend, But we do have that patio that's like, but I think one, read the room, look at what the VIP people or how they're taking it in. If you're acting different than Arash, Ryan Gentry, help me out here.
Yeah, David Pennybaker, Alex
Bannister.
Bannister. Yeah. The people that they're there regularly
Jared
act
Ty.
a certain way.
Just, and I think, supporting Rook members, like one of the things that we're doing very soon is that business networking thing.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't know if y'all heard about it, but you fill it out, and if your wife owns a business or you own a business or whatever the case may be, you're a musician and you want to put that down, whatever it is. Like we're going to go through an audit and build this database for sort of the approved list. And because a lot of Rook members want to support other Rook members, and I think it's going to be tremendous for business. But I think when it's entertainment time, we got to make sure that we're having fun, but by the same token, where artists want to return.
Absolutely. I would say when the live music's there, realize that, hey, we're here for the musicians. Show up and enjoy that. If you want to talk, show up on Friday morning, Thursday and Friday afternoon at happy hour, and we'll talk your leg off. Those are really good times to get up here and visit with the other folks. And you know what? Tell me about your tennis match on a Thursday afternoon at 4.
And just talk under the music. Arrive at 6. Get most of the talking done between 6 and 7:30 or 8 when the music starts, and then just talk under the music is all you need. Or go to the patio. Well, I was on a big talk with Greg Curry, and we went out to the patio and had a nice, lively chat, and you're not bothering anybody.
Yeah.
So.
No, that patio's wonderful for that.
Oh, man.
All right. So we got
Hold
any
on,
shows? I'm
you-
sorry.
Your question was challenges. Is having too much fun? Does that count as a challenge?
No, not in this day and age because we have Uber.
That's right.
So we
It's
don't
been
have to
a
worry
heck of
about
a
that.
good time, man. The Bellamy Brothers show, I don't know, maybe that was the best show we ever put on. Maybe it all gets compared to the Pat Green show for some, the Mark Chestnut show.
Yep.
I hear it was Pony, it was Krieger, it was The Great Divide, it was Josh Weathers. But to me, I hear more comparisons to Pat Green than any other, which tells me Pat Green was probably the show. But man, the Bellamy Brothers might have taken it.
I wasn't at Pat Green because of my daughter's volleyball, but Bellamy Brothers is the best show I've been to up there.
Yeah. So,
We got any coming up?
man, I'm working on finalizing a deal now. I think the dueling pianos is the best thing we can put. And my idea, as long as I can get them to do it, I want to do it in the round. So I want to run the cables to the middle, put the dueling pianos right in the middle, and then as a sing along to Elton John and Billy Joel and all these great, Bye
American
Bye,
Pie.
American
Yeah.
Pie.
That was
Don
exactly
Don
it.
McLean.
Yeah.
Like, I think that could be the show of the year without calling it the show of the year. And I can foresee doing that once every 3 months. 100% I could see doing that.
I could see that being huge. I've never gone to a Dueling Pianos bar and not had an absolute blast.
And
Right.
that would be one that would be on the yellow. Like
Right.
there's no reason that you're not sitting on your hands and stuff. You're clapping, you're singing along, you're having a great time. That would be that show.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's a big one. Working on a couple other things. Of course, we have Ellis Bullard coming in January. I think that's a big one.
Where might they look in the future for when those things become solidified? Is there a repository of information, perhaps on the World Wide Web, that they could go to?
Yeah, their dashboard, the rookmckinney.com. You log in, you're going to see it on the dashboard. We'll announce it by text, by social media. We'll put it on the Rook members page. Yeah, all those places.
I do really appreciate the weekly Rook text.
Oh, good,
that makes
good.
my life very easy when I go, okay, here's what's going on this week.
We try not to blow it up. 3 at most. I
Right.
know we did 2 last week, and if I could get away with 2, I would. But as we've grown in membership, it's getting easier and easier to fill the evenings, and so there's less pressure on me. And that's been a challenge, just filling the room. But now I think we're starting to get past those days. The last 2 weekends we've had 60, 65, 52, 53. Those are really good.
Those are very healthy
for
numbers.
us.
Yeah, those are very healthy numbers.
And so I'm going to ask the question that all Rook members want to know. When are the Whiskey Dreamers playing, and why are they being frozen out?
It's tough to get on the stage here. There's so many talented folks ahead of the Whiskey Dreamers in rotation.
Yeah, we did play one song a couple weeks ago.
The songwriters in the round. That's what that was.
Yeah, it could happen. It could break out at any time. We're working on a new song. We need to work on. What is it that we're working on? What's that one we're working on?
I can't even think of it. Right
Hurricane?
Now. Yeah, Hurricane. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, most recent one we were working on was Hurricane. Yeah.
So we're working hard on it. There's no question we're working
I
hard
don't even
on
know the name of it, but we're working hard on it.
I know the first chord's an A minor. I remember
Okay,
that.
there you go.
All right.
All right. Well, unless either one of you guys have anything else that you got to get off your chest before we shut this thing down, I think that was a banger episode there for a B-side.
Yeah, no need to be long-winded. So, all right, well, thanks for joining episode 33B of the Burress Law Life and Friends podcast, the Rook edition, and we will see you next time.